And there I am. CodeRushed rocket right over my eyes so you can't reveal. My identity will not be revealed today on today's show. Oh, sorry about that. Rory, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, my friend. Very nice. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. Yesterday I ended the show pretty early, like right after about an hour, because right after I was like, trying to be all obnoxious about you, going off to spend family time. My wife came in and I realized that the day before was her birthday and I totally messed up the whole day from beginning to end. And so I declared the day after her Groundhog Day birthday. So as soon as she came in, it was about an hour into the show, I stopped and I was like, wow. So today I have like three things on the list here. I don't know if we'll get to all three, but we'll see what we can do here. One of them is rolling back time. When we find an issue with CodeRushed and we want to report it, I might want to roll time backwards, and so that's one of the issues I want to do. Okay. In fact, I think I'm going to actually shut down. I'm going to shut down for a second. We're going to shut down and restart everything here, because. Let's just do a hard one. I'm just going to hit, well, maybe not. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to close this down because I might be saving data. And so I'm going to close down the app and do it a little more gently. And then I'll restart because I want to make one change. Wait, what is going on here? What did I change here? Let's undo. Okay, something just like a space was added. Okay, just checking that. All right. I want to go to MrAnnouncerBot.cs. Sex Positive, have you forgotten the anniversary? Says Sex Positive, who's in the house. We just shut everything down, Sex Positive, so you don't get your...
It's only been a couple of days.
You don't get your fanfare. The anniversary, I know. She's talking about, I think, our wedding anniversary, maybe? I'm really not sure what...
There are many yearly events, and as we established, you didn't necessarily marry her this year on the same day as previous, so you might have many.
I might have multiples. I'm like getting into worse trouble as we move forward. Copper Beardy's out here. Copper Beardy, I just shut everything down, but guess what? We've got a new fanfare, and it's for you today. So I think you're gonna like it. As soon as we start up everything and you say something, we'll see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not any of those other anniversaries.
Oh, Sex Positive.
A year ago today since we started this.
Really? Well, thank you.
She's good, Mark. She's very good.
I don't know. I'm in such trouble all the time. This is what I got to do. I got to be running all the time. It's my 1 year Twitch anniversary. I didn't know that. I was not paying attention. Well, okay. It feels like it hasn't been that long, but maybe she's right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome. I guess that does make sense. We're at about 150 episodes, and we're doing it about 3 times a week. So, yeah, that's about right. You are very good. Yeah, you're very good and awesome in every way.
Congrats, Sex Positive. That is very well done.
All right. So now that I've shut this whole thing down, I can now make a change here. And this is where we start getting into kind of it's compelling to pass in a... So here's the compelling reason not to pass in individual parameters, because if I want to add one, I can't add a parameter during edit and continue. But I can add to a class a property during edit and continue. So if I was passing a class in that had all of these settings, I could make the change without shutting everything down. So that's super compelling. Now, in old version of CodeRushed, we had a really kind of a cool feature that allowed me to select all these, hit the CodeRushed key, and declare a class for all of those.
Yes, we did.
Not yet here. Should we use our CodeRushed feature right now and put in a CodeRushed issue? Whoops. Did I just put code here? Looks like I did not. Good. Let's put it there. And I want to send a message. I don't need the log files. I'm just typing in... I guess we'll do all devs. I really should CC all devs instead of there, but and it's not a perf issue. And I just want to say would. So I'm going to send this to everybody here. Would like or at the very least to Alex and to you and me, would like, what is it? Create class from params, like that is what I want to do.
I feel like there is a correct name for this type of class, but it's eluding me at the moment.
Yeah. Just like we had in CodeRushed Classic. So I put that out in the chat window. That should come in here. Oh, geez, I did that, but duh, I wasn't running, so nothing's going to happen. So I can't actually show this. So Rory, mark the time.
Oh, dear.
Mark the time. Copperbeardia. By the way, Copperbeardia, I was out lurking in C# Fritz's session, and I saw you out there, and I appreciate you coming over to hang out with us too. So, so awesome. So I'm just going to add another parameter here, I guess, for right now. And the additional parameter is, well, actually, do I want to do it here? The time rollback. Maybe, let's worry about it here. I think what I want to do is I want to do something like this. If arg dot starts with, and what do I got to say for a time rollback? I don't think I want to, I don't know if I want to just do a T, is what I would think I want to do. Because I don't want to confuse it or conflate it. Codeman Codes, hey, going to lurk for a while. All hands call for work. Okay, Codeman Codes, thank you for that. Codeman Codes changed his color from blue to red. So super cool with that. Let's see. I think, what if I did an at symbol? No, that could be conflated with that could have other problems in it as well. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do a T, because what I'm thinking, Roy, so I should tell you this, is I'm thinking I want to subtract a few seconds. So this is going to be some sort of second subtraction kind of thing. Let's do this, $ for seconds. So the arg starts with $signs, then we're going to subtract a certain amount of seconds from it, is what we're going to do. We want to backtrack and start earlier, is what we want to do. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say backtrack equals arg dot substir of 1. So we're just going to grab after that, and that's going to be our backtrack stir, like that. And so I'm going to basically put in something, number of seconds or minutes I want to go back in time. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So duplicate line there. There's my backtrack stir. And then mark the CodeRushed issue. We're going to pass that in. So come over here, choose add parameter. Legendary move, guess what? Things aren't running yet, so we're setting the time in the query string to the current time seconds, since the problem typically happens just before you realize it. That's right. That's exactly what we're doing. And so what I want to do is I want to roll back the time like about 30 seconds or something like that. I want to be able to specify it in the chat command that I send out. So that also means, by the way, I'm going to, so I have, this is, the UI here is not gorgeous on these, I don't have icons for these yet, but what I want to do is I want to just pass this out here, $, maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds. And so I'll send that 30s like that. And I'll send that out, and then what I'll do is, so what my goal is to be able to send that out, then do the math, subtract whatever it is, a minute, whatever it is. And then I can edit this out too before I actually hit send. But this is just going to put the text out there so I can choose what to do. It's kind of super crude from a UI standpoint, but it's going to get the job done. And it's fast in terms of writing the code to make it work. Issue start just sends out a CR issue start command. So it just starts that recording. So we're not going to, if I hit CR issue start, that means I'm about to record something for everybody to see. So that we don't need to do any rollback on. We're totally fine. But if something, I want to log something, then I want to come in here and I want to subtract some amount of time from it and send that out. So that's what I'm going to do right there with that code, with that bit right there. Okay?
Yep.
So there, that change has been made there. And then, so now we've got the backtrack stir coming in and mark the code issue. Backtrack stir, where are we going to use this? Show start URL. This is kind of where we are going to need to modify it. We've already marked the time. I don't think I necessarily need to modify here. I only need to modify it here, right here. And I almost want to I almost want to pass that in, is what I want to do. Let's pass that in as an optional parameter there. So we'll do, whoops, I want that to be a stir, that, and backtext stir, whoops, seriously? I think I hit a space and it just said, sorry. Let's try one more time. So hit the CodeRushed key, add parameter, backtext stir. There we go. That's what I should have done, wanted to do. Fine, empty there, or just nothing, because I'm going to make it a default parameter. And this, I'll do the work in here. Equals that, like that. And so now somewhere in here, we want to do something along the lines that say, hey, backtext stir is, here's where my duration is added right there. And so what I want to really do is something like this. Duration, or time so far, time now is equal to show data dot duration, like that, and okay. I think that's good. And then we're going to basically do something along those lines and say if that is, let's do this. Is null or white space, that, and if it's not null or white space, then we're going to do something with it, like that. And then we're going to work with time now in here and modify it, and here we're going to take this, like that. Okay, so that's where we want our breakpoint. With that done, I think we can start up everything back up again. That means fanfares are going to be active. You guys can... Copper Beardy, you're going to want to definitely see yours, I think. We need to get some approval, some quality assurance in here, or some management approval, to see if we're everybody's happy with that. Is duration a time object? No, it's not. Duration is a string. It is a string that is...
It's a string which is a representation of how far through the current video we are. So it's the current duration, or the current point in time through.
Yeah, so it'll have like...
We can parse that and understand it a bit, hopefully.
Yeah, so it'll have like 1H, 2M, and 3S, like 1 hour, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, like that. So the math would get weird. Yeah, it's going to get weird. It's going to get weird in here, is what's going to happen. So let's see. Looks like we are, we've started up, and looks like Fred is with us and joined us. Let's see if we can do a rollback of time here, and we'll do a test. And let's see my Stream Deck out here. Get to the right page, and there's the CodeRushed page. There's the CodeRushed issue. Whoops! Looks like I am totally. What did I just move? Something crazy on the stream. Looks like everything's okay. All right, one more time. There's the issue. I've got as the test data rolling back a test rollback, rolling back 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we'll do that. We should get a. That failed. That totally failed. Why did that fail? C# Fritz is rating. C# Fritz.
Hello, C# Fritz and friends, for that matter.
The friends are here as well. Welcome, C# Fritz. Yeah. Yes, the rate is coming in. Drawn to Code is now following. Thanks, Drawn to Code, for that follow. Love the mustache, says Yensign. The coding squad is here. Guys, you know, it's always good to have you here. C# Fritz just said that. And why didn't we get, it looks like our, for some reason, our fanfare is not working. Let me give you C# Fritz's here. Because he's here. The hat. Oh, there it goes. Oh, right up there. whoa, not again. C-sharp Fritz, please. Control your hat, sir. That's it. Hugo Dahl says, breakpoint? Are we at a breakpoint? I don't think we're at a breakpoint. No, I was, in fact, trying to get to a breakpoint in the middle of this. So thanks, everyone. Yeah, welcome. Looks like our Michael Jolly's here as well. Michael Jolly's here. Looks like I'm manually kicking off the fanfare for everyone. Here comes Copper Beardies after this, because Copper Beardies with us.
Michael Jolly is in the house.
Look out, Michael Jolly. Oh, geez, every time. You'd think he'd fly a different location. Copper Beardy's with us. Here's Copper Beardy's fanfare, folks. Oh no! It's all wet. Wow. Nice.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it? Copper Beardy. So there you go, kids. Hope you like that, Copper Beardy. That was for you. Folks who are out here, you want to hang out here, you hang out here long enough and contribute in the chat room, these things show up. And we normally have them triggered off of when we're running, but for some reason they're not doing right now. I almost want to try a restart and see if we can kick those off and get all that working. Let's actually try. And actually, do I need... No, I don't. I shouldn't need to do a refresh of anything. I'm not sure what's going on. Also, the drone game I just noticed looks like it needs a refresh as well.
It's vanished, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, what's really weird is, I'm sorry, it's off on this one right here. That's weird. It's been turned off. Okay. So does that mean it's? I'm not sure. I'll have to check that later. Okay. So let's figure out what's going on. Can we control, let's see if we can control music from here. Can we start some music? Looks like we cannot. Do you have any fanfare, Rory? Rory does not have fanfare. Rory,
I do not.
I am just...
But I'm kind of here from the get-go, so it's not really worth announcing my presence.
He's awesome! Yeah, that's really weird. I almost want to restart this thing because we have no music control either. I just sent a command out to start the music up. And the music's not going. Oh, but I did. Let's try one more thing before we do a restart of those pieces. Let's try refreshing the cache on that. Try one more time to see if we can get music going. We cannot. All right. So it feels like Signal R is hosed, is what it feels like.
We proved that we were managing to use drones immediately before we started. We even had them on the intro screen as everything was kicking off. So it was working.
Nobody wants to hear that, Rory. Nobody wants to hear. It was working, I promise. All right.
Well, it's totally not working now.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try one more time. We're going to try restarting this. Yeah, I think Signal R got kind of hosed. Unfortunately, it feels like it's hosed. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. That was a command that was intended for another location. There's my kill Chrome over there. Okay. Let's try one more time, see if we got any shot of this. All right, what are we doing today, Rory?
Well, we've done so many things in the past, but what we're concentrating on today is an additional command. As you will have noticed, the general idea is that we allow the chat room to control a variety of things within the stream. However, occasionally, very, very occasionally, we spot a bug in CodeRushed that we are dogfooding as we go along, or perhaps we think of a feature that isn't there now that we would like to be there. Very frequently, the point in the stream that we're at that precise moment is a great example of why. So maybe there's some code we've come across, or maybe there's an actual representation of the bug. So, in the past, what's happened is we've noted down the time of the stream, made a few comments, and of course sent this off in a list to the devs to maybe take a look at. We're trying to automate all of that now. So effectively, we're going to create additional commands that Mark can punch buttons from where he stands there, which will automatically grab the current point in the stream, all the logs from CodeRush, and the relevant people that this should then be targeted at, that it should be sent to. And then we're going to send an email, all of the correct information, to the right people to get a look at it.
There you go. And now, C-Sharp Fritz is back again. The hat. Please, C-Sharp Fritz, it's all over my show. You just got your hat all over my show, buddy. All right. Can you not do that again? All right. Awesome. So now that's cool because now with the restart, SignalR does appear now reconnected here, which means fanfare's working. That also means if we come in and start some music, do we have a drone loaded on this page? We don't have the drone here. Hold on a second. The drone game is turned off here. Let me turn that on there. That should reload it. Now let's see if we can turn some music on. There it comes. Nice. You don't like that genre? You can type in a bang symbol, the exclamation mark, and one of those other words there, techno, action, rock, funk, or EDM. Also, you don't like the song? You can drop a meteor on it just by typing in the drop command, and it'll change it. I'll give you a demo. That's not a meteor. That's a seed, which is going to plant a flower here on the show. Drop is the command you want to do, and here comes the song change. Like that. You want to launch that rocket in the upper left. Type in launch like this. And then you can type in the direction like right.
Hugo is in the house.
Hugo's in the house. Looks like we've changed our planet to the moon over here, which means when we drop, it's going to drop at another, it's going to drop down at a much slower pace. Legendary Moo in the house. All right. Oh no, Legendary Moo. Aliens again. Get him! Get him, Legendary Moo! That guy! That guy, get him! All right. Saving the world, making it safer. Legendary Moo is here. Yeah, you suppressed it the first time, Legendary Moo, but because we restarted, we're all over it again. So anyway, that's it. Let's go ahead and dock this. When I dock, by the way, we're going to blow up some drones. If you want to fly again, just type in the drone command. There we go. All right. So let's see if we can trigger this right now. So here's what's happening. Let's bring this up here. Here comes my CodeRushed issue I'm going to send out. So let's assume there's a CodeRushed issue right here that we've discovered. Now what I want to do is I want to send... Uh-oh, Brendan's here. Holy cow. Everybody's showing up at once. Get out of here. Whoa. Why? Brendan. Can you... Fine, Dev Chatter. Go check out Dev Chatter's show. I'm just trying to write some code here, Rory.
I know.
You know,
So difficult to get anything done around it.
how does this happen? I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna pass this in right here. CR issue right there. I was hoping to get a breakpoint here, but I did not get to it. Let's see what's going on here. Get active show point URL. Mark CodeRushed issue. Let's put a breakpoint here. See what's going on. Ancient Coder, wow, so impressed with that. How the crap does he do this? Jensen asked. Yeah, it's not me, it's these people. They're taking over my show with magic and technology. I'm just trying to write some code, people. Just trying to write some code. All right, hold on a second. Let me copy that last thing to clipboard. Jensen says, this is fabulous. Yeah, Jensen, hang out here. Yeah, Copper Beardy, I didn't hear from Copper Beardy. Did he like his or not? Did we get any feedback from there? Jetsam says, wow, I watched almost every day, but don't say much. Time to change that feel left out. Jetsam, yes, definitely. We don't want you to feel left out. Just chat with us, tell us what to do, and that sort of thing. Okay, Mark CodeRushed issue here. Let's step through it. Why am I not getting down there? Okay, backtrack stir. What is it? It's empty. Okay, hold on. For some reason, our code up here is failing us. I think there's something going on with the arg, is what I think's going on there. That there's maybe, because I've got a $sign, that maybe something tricky is happening with that. Because
it doesn't start with a dollar mark. It starts with a $.
Oh, geez, you're right. Look at that. My bad. My bad. All right, so we're going to fix it now. So let's do it again. We're going to come back in here, send that back over. Let's say test. All right, I'm hitting that. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I sent it out twice because I was scrolled up. Strike that. I like the way you pronounced it. Jetsam? What do you want? JT. I can do JT as well. I like Jetsam because it's kind of like Flotsam and Jetsam. All right, so now what do we got? Now, there's it is. That's what we want to see. I really like this one. It's so nice. And folks, if you've got a fanfare and you want to suppress it after we reset, just put an open square bracket before your first chat message post.
Copper Beardy is
Did
in the house.
you like that, Copper Beardy, or do you hate it? You're being quiet, I think, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm growing giant sunflowers as well. Yeah, that's why we built it for you, because you were talking about that. Yeah. Okay, so here's where we are. Excellent. I'm going to run this, but now at least we're getting the breakpoint that we want to get. I just want to run it so we can do other things and stuff like that. Cool. Let's see. Love it. All right. Excellent. Yeah, you don't only have to do that the first time there, Copper Beardy, the open bracket there. If you want to suppress on like Tuesday's show, the first chat message you put out, if you put it out with a square bracket over it, it'll suppress it. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to come back in. I'm not resetting. All right. So let's send the message out one more time. Oh, I wanted to get music going. There's some music. All right. Here comes the test. Breakpoint. Excellent. We're at the breakpoint. So now we got to go kind of parse this. This is a little tricky, I suppose, but we'll figure it out. So something like this. This dot index of the dollar sign, which we're expecting to be the very beginning. I don't know. Should I always assume that's at the very beginning? But I don't know. Let's say dollar index. It's equal to that, and then we're going to say if dollar index is greater than or equal to 0, then we're going to say backtrack stir equals backtrack stir. So much audience interaction. Don't understand how Mark doesn't have more viewers. Oh well, it'll happen. You never know. You know, I'm also like
tell people.
yeah, tell your friends. So let's see, substring of this plus 1, I think. Like that is what I want to do. So that's going to take care of stripping out the dollar sign on there. Next, I need to check to see is minutes or seconds specified. I'm not going to worry about hours. I'm really not going to go back that far, but maybe a minute or second is. So let's do this again. This dot index of, we're going to say index of, what do I want to say here? M, I think like that. And so that's going to be our minutes. And our seconds, so if it's an M, every number before that is the minutes, okay?
That's right.
So we're going to do that. So we're going to call this the minute index, like that. And let's go ahead and duplicate this line. We're using CodeRushed here to write code for us, and this is going to be index of seconds, like that. And I think we'll write some code here for a bit, and then we're going to come down and handle seconds in a second. No, we're not. We're instead going to do this. We're going to say int minutes equals get number before, like that. We're going to pass in backtrack string
I
M.
think the chat room's going to lose their collective minds. The number of people mentioning regex is really funny. Also, an interesting suggestion, maybe just allow for the specification of one quantity, so 1 unit. So you could say 90 seconds for a minute and a half. You wouldn't have to work out the distinction then, or 120 minutes for 2 hours, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you want to make it easier?
I don't know. This is, I'm just reading from the chat room. Hugo Dahl, Brendanus, Yitzin, all manner of people here, suggesting different alternatives.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. You've done a lot of the setup now. I mean, minutes is literally grab everything between $, and M, and seconds is everything, well, either between $, and S, or M and S, depending on.
I'm going to move forward because I like the 1 minute 30 second syntax in the chat room piece that allows me to specify either minutes or seconds, and I like the lower cognitive load of just having to specify that. So I was wondering for hour plus long. Wait. Minutes or seconds good too. No, you grab it how you like. Brendan says you grab it how you like. Yeah, regex. Cough joke. I don't know. I am not. I don't like regex by itself the way it is. I actually created a modified regex engine for CodeRushed Classic that allowed us to create aliases, named aliases that we could put in a regex expression so it actually made sense, so you could actually see what was happening. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose I could do this, but I gotta, it's an area you're gonna watch me go learn regex, and I'm like, I think I'm okay just doing it, just hacking it out like this. So we've got a get number before here. Let's go declare this real quickly. That's gonna take some stir up here, and like this, and it's gonna give me a, I'll call this maybe the work stir, and this is gonna be the marker, something along those lines. How about this? Do it this way. That's already in progress. See how it flows and feels, and go from there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going for that right now. Is what I'm doing. So let's see what happens here. So this is going to return a number. I'm going to just come back here and say R0 for now. Return nothing because I kind of want to get out of here. I've been at a breakpoint for a while. And we've stopped the music.
So Brendis is asking, are we actually pulling time data? And the answer is kind of. We're getting the duration from the current live stream in one respect, and we're also parsing a command line with a very similar kind of nature. So this will be akin to t equals 1m 6s for 1 minute and 6 seconds, for example. So we're going to pull out the minutes and seconds from one of those, the command line, and apply it as a subtraction to the current duration, the current point in time in the stream, to come up with a new time index within the stream, possibly then reload that onto a URL for inclusion in a kind of a diagnostic email, and that email will be then sent to devs or whoever in order to help them locate a point in the current stream wherein the issue occurred.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like what we're doing. All right, so here's what I've got here. I've got the number stir is equal to, we're going to build this number stir up. We're going to find out where that marker index is, and then I think we want something like this. We want to say while marker index is greater than or equal to 0, then we're going to basically, so where is that index? It is, so there. So marker index is here. We're going to now subtract 1 from it. So we're there. So if we just kind of start, let me do one more down here, another return 0, so we can step through this a little bit and look at the code to see if it can continue working for us. What? Hold on. Let's try this again. There, there, there. So now we've got marker index is at 0, and so our work string is that. That means, so then we're going to come in here, we're going to say our number stir that we're collecting is here. We're going to say number stir equals work stir of marker index. And now I've got a problem where I'm like, you know what, I don't want it to be marker index. I want to create a new variable for this so it's easy to read. So we're going to say this is going to be our, maybe our number index like that. And that's going to be equal to marker index -1. I know I could use the same variable, but I want the code to be a little easier to read. So down here, well, the number index is there, number index, and we're saying number index -1 right here. Okay, so number stir, and number stir is going to be equal to work that stir, that plus that is what number stir is going to be equal to. So we're going to build it backwards. Does that make sense? So every time we go through, we're going to take this number we find and we're going to prepend it to the beginning of number stir, which means now we've got this number string built at the very end here. Now we're going to say like return int dot parse of number stir. And I think that's it. So let's try that and see what works with that. Let's come out here, set code here, step. Okay, we got kind of interrupted there. Can we keep going? There we go. I didn't like that. It's using old code. I can tell by what it's highlighting and selecting. So let's see if we can get out of here and see what happens when we get out here. Oops, I set a breakpoint in the wrong spot. I think, yeah. We had this problem yesterday. Yeah, edit and continue is not happy for me. I should definitely spend some time outside of the show to figure out why edit and continue gets to this state and it doesn't like me. Let's set one of the things we discovered yesterday is even though the interactive parts weren't right, the code was actually changing. We had evidence that that the code was changing. Yeah, with this format specified, I don't know if we can do it with this format though. This format is the format that we're getting from, we're getting this format from Twitch. So I assume it's in a completely different format. So
I just tried a very, very, I guess, rough and ready kind of version of this. Time span parse 1M2S with no specific format. It does not recognize it as a valid time span at that point.
All right.
Perhaps if we gave a particular string, I'm not familiar with that particularly.
No,
But,
I'm not going to do that.
You know,
I'm continuing. Yensign says my brain hurts. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm going for it. I'm going to continue to run. Here, let's see if I can get a breakpoint here or not. Am I going to have to restart? Whoops. That's not what I want to be doing. I want to pass this in one more time. Can I get a breakpoint? I'm not getting a breakpoint. All right, I'm going to have to shut down and restart, it looks like, to get my edit and continue back. Sad. All right, let's do it. All right, so there's minutes is there, seconds is here, like this. And then now we can have something that says total seconds backtracked, total seconds back is equal to minutes times 60 plus seconds. All right. It's my total seconds back right there. See if we can at least set a breakpoint there and work with that. I like working with data live, you know, with edit and continue. Then I think we have to do the same thing with the duration string. We have to do this. Yeah, this is what we do. It actually isn't going to be too hard. Existing minutes, like that, and then existing seconds. Whoops. Like that, and this is going to be with our time now. Is that right? And we want to add one more existing hours, like that. And with those pieces, we should be able to do the math. I guess we can kind of fake it a little bit here, I suppose. Yeah, they do hours.
yeah, we do. This sometimes runs multiple hours, and then we need to parse that duration, so 1 hour, 10 minutes, and what have you, and then in order to then add the two together or subtract one from the other.
I think I want to do something like this. Is what I want to do. Is I want to say total existing seconds is equal to existing seconds plus existing minutes times 60 plus existing hours times 3,600. I'm going to check my math on that. And that's total existing seconds. And then I want to say new time is equal to total existing seconds minus total seconds back. All right, getting closer. There's my new time in seconds. And then I want to do something like this. I want to do new hours is equal to new times in second divided by 3,600. And then we want to say new times in second minus equals new hours. I want this to be a, I guess, math floor of that. Sorry. Minus new hours times 3,600. I'm feeling the need for a constant here, I think. First I thought it was going to be overkill. I don't want it to be there. I want it to be a local constant, actually. Declare. Don't I have a local constant option here? I thought I did. Rory, you want to mark the time since I'm at a breakpoint here and I can't do it using the
Certainly,
feature? So anyway, let's see, QI, we're going to say seconds per hour. Let's go with that. We're going to use it there, there, and there, like that. And did I not declare this? Okay, new time in seconds. Nope, I did declare it. It's right up above. I see it. Okay. And then we're going to come down and say, wait, what's going on here with math floor? Decimal or double. Do I need to do this? What's wrong? Oh, it's an int on the outside. That's what it is. Sorry, hold on. I think we were good here. Or sorry, we were good there. That's what I think.
Jensen asks, is there BODMAS in this? I assume you're referring to the order of precedence of operators of varying descriptions for the equation on 1109 there. And the answer in theory is yes. I believe C# operates the multiplication before the addition, for example, and therefore those groups of things, whilst not as easy to read necessarily, will occur in the correct order. So existing hours multiplied by seconds per hour and existing minutes multiplied by 60 will occur first, and then the three values will be added together.
All right, let's get that. Speaking of which, let's clean up that. Yeah. So it looks like this. I'm going to put this on a couple lines so you can see the code. There it is right there. So there's total existing seconds. Right there. Okay. So new time in seconds. Is that, we've done that, and then we want to kind of repeat this down here. That's what we want to do. In fact, let's do this instead. Let's use CodeRushed to do it. So I'm going to select that. Look at that. It went from hours to minutes for me. All the changes I wanted to do. Let's double check it. So then we're going to say new times divided by seconds per minute. That's what I want there. And then new time in seconds is equal to that. Which means then we're down to finally the new seconds, which are going to come down here. New seconds. I think we may have done this right, Rory. Is the new time in seconds. You're like, yeah, maybe. Who knows? Okay, so now we've got all those, which means our new time now string, let's see if we've done this. I love it when this happens, by the way, when we're like writing a whole bunch of code, and we're like, let's do this. Let's do it as a interpolated string. Whoops. Like that. And then we're going to say, come on, fingers. We're going to say that H, right? And then the other one, new hour, new minutes. Like that. And M. And then new seconds. S. And I think that's the new piece right there. Let's run this, set a breakpoint, see what we do, see how we go.
Brendan has given us a parse exact syntax for an example. My question to you, Brendan, is does that work if there isn't an hour or a minute present, and if there's only seconds, or will it fail to parse at that point?
We might want to check that in LinkPad. Okay, we've restarted. I'm going to suppress fanfare here before, see if I can get that before Brendan comes back.
I forget the implementation of get number before. Are you allowing for the possibility that there isn't an element of one of those three types in a given string, and they were returning as 0?
Yeah. If the index does not exist, we return 0.
Excellent.
So that's what's happening. By the way, that looks like a really awesome tip. That parse exact out there for time span, that is making me really, really happy. I did not know about that, and I'm super happy with that, Brendan. Thanks for that. Super cool. All right, let's go one more time. I'll try that CodeRushed issue test command with a subtraction of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Here it comes. Do we have a breakpoint? Input string was not in a correct format. Looks like I got a problem before even got there with backtrack stir. Looks like it was in here. Okay, so I guess we're running. We're gonna keep running. Let's see if we can get in one more time. Not sure if we had an exception catching on that or not. Hopefully we did. It does not sound like we did. All right, so I guess I got to restart because I'm not getting, because I ran it, because an exception occurred. So just double check. Yeah. I get it. Okay. All right, one more time. Shutting it down. And running one more time. That's Fred over there. Fred is a guest on the other show, which we've not gone live with yet. But a lot of the work we're doing here in this show is for building special graphic effects for the other show. Haven't shown you guys those yet, but they're very cool effects. We'll show you those in a little bit. Let's see if we can get a breakpoint here now that we're up here. Will Bennett comes in. Will Bennett.
Welcome, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, we restarted.
He's in the house.
Execute Fred. Press fanfare. And Will Bennett's here. Will Bennett, let's give him his fanfare because we haven't seen him yet today. Boom.
Bennett is in the house.
Will is in the house. Will is instrumental in a lot of the killer code that we are building on this show. Yeah. Will Bennett says, some thinks he's average because he's mean. They're one standard deviation off the mark. He has yet to reach his full exponential. Will, you are collecting all these, right? I think these should go into a pull request. So Mr. AnnouncerBot says these. I think those would be cool. Legendary move, been sidetracked by doing something that will actually benefit actual work. Yeah. Are you saying that's what I'm doing? Because, Mister, I'm like dog food and CodeRushed every day. You can't be mad at me if it's fun. All right, so here we go. It's so dramatic. Here comes the test again. Let's see if we get a breakpoint. There it is. All right, what's wrong here? Okay, come inside. Number stir is that. Okay. Well, number index is greater than or equal to 0. Boom. Number stir is equal to work stir of that plus number stir, which means number stir should be 1. Good. It is. And now we're saying return parse that. That should be 1. We're good? Okay. Let's try this. Oh, I know what it is. I know what the problem is. I need to add some code here that checks to see if this is, hey, if, what is it? It's something like char dot is digit of number stir. Oh wait, sorry, no. Of
well,
this.
Not, you need to break out.
Of this. Yeah. If it's not a digit, then we need to break. Like that. Right? We agree?
I do.
And then we're going to we're going to check to this, say, hey, look, if string dot is null or white space, that, then we're going to say R0. I think that's our problem. Let's see what happens now. Seconds is now 30, minutes is 1. All right, good. Let's see if we can turn on debug visualizer here. I've had that off because we were having problems with the syncing of live edit and continue. And now I'm like, with this being off, I'm like, yeah, it feels like it's not us at all. So total seconds back is there. So existing hours is 0. What's time now? Let's double check it. Yeah, that looks good. We should get 47 back. Good. Debug visualizer is working. They're showing you existing seconds, existing minutes as well. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. So total existing seconds feels plausible. We've been going for it feels like about 28. I was going to say about 2870 existing seconds, Rory. What do you think? New time
I think you were spot on. It's just that you got to account for the fact we've been paused here in the debugger for a little while. So.
Right. Okay, that's true. Now we're gonna drop this back. Is Mark's named CodeRushed because he's rushing his code? No, sir.
No.
No, Yenzain. No. Okay, so here's our new time in seconds. That looks right to me. We went from 28:55 to 27:65. New hours is going to be 0. That looks right to me. New time in seconds is that minus that, so we should see no change there. Good. New minutes is 46. Existing minutes was 47. This is looking good. Look at that. New time in seconds is going to be this minus new minutes times seconds per minute. So we're subtracting those two, which gives us a new time in seconds, which is 5. Look at that. So we went from 47:35 to 46:5. That means there we are right there. Okay, now we are putting a 0 in it, but that should work. I think Twitch is going to be able to handle that. And so let's say run. Okay, got this right here. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Okay. Ooh, but I should actually worry about that. This may be why we're losing our connection.
Okay.
Let's see if I can, yeah, because there's an exception here that's not being handled. This may be why we're losing signal R. What are we going to do on this? I think it's happening while we're doing the breakpoint and then we run. I think enough time's passed that we're essentially causing the exception by being in the breakpoint for so long. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's see if we can. Well, let's see if we can trigger it again. Or actually, no. Let's not see if we can trigger it again. Let's see if I can. Hold on, uno momento. Let's switch to this view right here. I'm going to start up my mail program. I just want to make sure I'm not starting up my mail on the main screen. Looks like I'm not. Everything's good. Last thing I want to do is be showing everybody that. Although I didn't see a new CodeRushed issue being sent in. So my last one was at 10:28. This one did not go in. Interesting. All right, let's figure that out.
Yeah.
Why?
Yenzine asks, there's a product? Yes, we are, aside from anything else we're creating, we are using a tool called CodeRushed to increase our productivity whilst coding. So generation of code, navigation through code, debugging through code. You saw there a couple of minutes ago the debug visualizer, wherein CodeRushed looks inside the memory spaces of all the variables and predicts in some cases what the values are going to be after this particular line executes. And so there's all manner of little pieces that kind of pull together to make things so much easier, just so much simpler. If you keep looking, you'll see us use all manner of bits and pieces. Feel free to ask any questions. There are those in the chat room we'll answer ourselves, and we may give demonstrations of particular features if it is of interest.
Yeah, so CodeRushed is a product that sits inside Visual Studio. Visual Studio is the IDE that I'm writing code in right now. So that's what you're seeing most of the stuff around here. I've got other pieces on top here. That's what's happening. Will Bennett's answering the question, what happened to your arm? I'm wearing these braces to prevent carpal tunnel, that sort of thing. So that's what I've got. I've got them on both hands. I've had these for probably 20 years, I think, of coding. So,
You should probably wash those by now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I really should. You know, what we could do to wash these, I was just thinking of, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but I was thinking maybe we could just put them up in the, oh, there we go. Nice and clean. That's what I was singing. Something like that. Oh. Isn't life,
That is a lovely tune.
isn't life beautiful?
Copper Beardy is in the house.
All right. So, so let's figure out why we're not sending an email out. Let's see if we can figure that out. We get out to here. You get all that sour cream off of them. It's just legendary move. Yeah, exactly. That's right. So what's going on here with this Mark CodeRushed issue? We're getting all the way out through here. Why aren't we sending an email is the question. And I'm here again. Cannot break. Well, actually, by that time, I'm thinking it's too late anyway. But let's set a breakpoint here. Let's shut down one more time. Yeah, this lack of editing continues making me a little. We're gonna move over into some TypeScript in a second here, and that's gonna make me a much happier because we'll be able to make changes there as much as we need to. Okay, so let's see what I need to shut down here. I love that the music is continuing to run even though there's nothing supporting it. That's just all JavaScript just running through those, even though we've kind of lost other things. Hold on. Nope, that was too fast. PowerShell. Boom. Kill Chrome. What's wrong with his mustache and beard, though? Let me check in the mirror. What the? Rory, what happened?
I was going to mention it.
Jeez.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. Basically, we've got, if I get to 1,000 followers, I will stop dyeing my beard rainbow colors. That's my new goal. All right, so let's save this and
You're
run
going
it.
to replace it with glitter.
Something. Just
Shiny,
glitter coming out.
beard.
Ease up on the berries. Eats a ton of beets, says Michael Jolly. Yeah, Will Bennett says, just showing what a colorful character he is. Well, Jensine says, personally, I think it's beautiful. Thanks, Jensine. Jensine's my newest best friend today, just so I know. By the way, if you have kids like I do, one of the things I love to do with the kids is, like, if it's time to say goodbye, I say, like, hey kids, does my favorite and Nick's favorites want to give me a hug goodbye? But not telling them which one is the favorite. You know, reminding them one of you is my favorite. Fred is back. Oh, Michael Jolly. Everybody relax.
Michael
Everything's going to be okay.
Is in the house.
Wah! Beautiful. All right. Suppress. Let's try this out here. Suppress fanfare. Like that. That should shut it down. I got a beard glitter source. You got a beard glitter source, Michael Jolly says. Michael Jolly, are you going to TwitchCon by chance? Because I will be there. If you're there, we should hang out because you are cool, and you near me will make me look cool. I need to look cool. Very important wherever I go. You know, I'm always getting the eye rolls. Wait, I thought I suppressed the fanfare. Oh.
Is in the house.
Needs another suppressed fanfare? I'm not sure why that's working. Oh, I need another P in it. That's what I need to do. Someone's lied to you about me. Really? I've seen you, dude. You were like, look, this is on a chart. Here's me. My cool is about there. And Michael Jolly's like out here, like this. The guy's cool. The guy's cool. He's just like, everybody wants to be like Michael Jolly. Not me. Not. When I said not me, I meant not that I don't want to be like him. Is that I have no chance. No chance of being close to cool like that. Test Rainbow's not working. Codeman Codes found this. It might simplify parsing. Everything, though, what you have is working. Late to the party, still semi-lurking. Yeah, Codeman Codes is kicking some serious butt, by the way, kids. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, is this similar to what, we got regex match. Wait, don't we have better? Where's the simple fast answer? No, this is not the best answer. Take a look at Brendan's answer earlier up was, I thought, killer.
So I did some checking into that particular answer. It works as long as all three components are present. If one of them is not present, you get a bad format exception of some description.
I see. Okay, so we'd have to check and see and add. So I didn't want to mess with that because we're still writing code that says, is it there or not? All right, so now our goal is to figure out why is the email not being sent. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. So I got a breakpoint here in mark CodeRushed issue. Let's send out the string again. We're going to say test, and we're going to subtract a minute 30 from it.
I got an email.
You got an email, but when? What time? 28?
Well, mine are on a bit of a delay. Actually, I've had loads of them. They've been coming through in the background, and I haven't noticed.
Let me check.
27.
Yeah,
was the most recent
yeah,
one?
yeah. We sent after that, so I'm trying to figure out why that. I'm pretty sure we did at least. Hey, why don't I have a breakpoint? What's just happened? Why no breakpoint? Try one more time. Oh, because we're not. Wait. No, we should be working. All right, let's try again. Test smoke is not working. Hold on though. But you know what? Let me fix the smoke and stuff like that. It's going to take a refresh. Music's going to stop a second. We can get it started a second again here. But we need the all of our overlays. Because we've restarted, we need to reconnect Signal R. And so reconnecting Signal R is going to require refreshes of all of the pages one at a time. So here, let's start up the music again. Music didn't start. Why is that the case? Try one more time on that. Refresh cache. I'm running. Yeah, it's because we're starting and stopping this, I think that we're killing Signal R. Yeah, I'm definitely sending the music command out, and it is not running. Why is that not connecting? Getting errors? No errors on the connection. I think restart's in order. That's what I think is going to happen here. Let's close down the pieces that are running here. Don't forget to suppress fanfare when it's back up. Yeah, thanks, Hugo, for that. We will do that. Killing every instance of Chrome. And seriously, what's going on here? Okay. Chrome is dead. Start again. Throw it just right there. Looks like Will got the suppressed fanfare. And you know what I want to do on that? I want to send a chat message back right here so that we have some feedback. Yeah, that's going to happen here. So let's do that right now, actually. Let's see if we can get our breakpoint. Fanfare. And we're here. And then we're going to say chat. Fanfare is suppressed. Like that. Boom. There we go. Cool. Got some feedback. All right. Let's send the CodeRushed issue out again. So we're going to send another test. We're subtracting 1:30 from it. Go. There's the breakpoint. What do you want to bet it all just works and sends the email this time? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll find a bug.
Possible.
Hopefully we'll find a bug. All through here. Mark the CodeRushed issue. I'm just going to hit run. There we're inside mark the CodeRushed issue. And there's our email. There's our attached log files. Let's hit run again. Okay, there. Let's make sure we leave this. I'm expecting to leave there. Okay, time now is equal to 1:58. 1 hour, 1 minute, 58 seconds. That looks right to me. Okay, out here. Okay, attached log files is true. I didn't say attached log files, did I? Oh, I did. I did say attached log files. Okay, so let's see what happens inside the attaching log files here. Let's set a breakpoint here and there and where else. Catch exception and run. Okay. Yeah, what did I say, Roy? What's this? Someone comes in. Wait. Oh, breakpoint. Derpies to me? What?
There's a suggestion that we could check how long the stream has been going, and if it's more than X minutes, automatically suppress so that we don't have to remember to do so. But that would mean that if somebody came in quite late in the stream for the first time genuinely, we wouldn't necessarily get their fanfare.
Right. Yeah, no, I have a better way to do it. The better way to do it is to record the date, the date, just the full day, because I don't do more than one stream a day, and of when it was last played. which is what's happening now anyway. So yeah, there's a better way to do it. I should work on that. But the thing is, we're not often working in this space, so it's kind of an unusual scenario. Let's check my email. What do I got? Do I have it? 11:06 a.m. There it is, right there. So here comes the email. That's it right there with the rolled back time, which means if we click this link and watch it, we should see me talking about sending this out. So it's rolled it back 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let's see what happens here. There's the click on the link, and it's loading it. What am I saying? It's about 1.5 minutes. I suppose I could go forward, maybe a longer time. By the way, is the lizard man at the corner Rory? It's not. It could be. Just right there.
That's Fred.
Looks like Will got the suppressed fanfare. And you know what I want to do on that? Yeah, it's about 1.5 minutes. Back. So we've gone back about 1.5 minutes. Some feedback. Yeah, that's going to happen here. So let's do that right now, actually. Let's see if we can get hey, I'm like a two-headed monster, Rory. Fanfare. Check it out.
You're looking good, man.
Thank you. Twice as good. Twice as cool. Still not as cool as Michael Jolly, right? Fanfare. But there it is. So that's back about 1.5 minutes. So that feels good to me. That's totally awesome, right? I guess we should watch this all the way. I'm gonna mute this for a second. But we're basically 90 seconds in advance of sending that other piece out.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I do the test in a second. There's my test. Yeah. Feeling like right. Keeping up with whose fanfare has been played per day would be a better solution overall. Yeah, absolutely.
Given our level of success, I'm afraid I'm going to have to draw a line under my own participation this evening. I will catch you again on Tuesday.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
See you soon.
Talk to you later. All right. So that feels pretty good. Thanks, Rory, so much. Yeah. So we sent the email out. That's excellent, excellent, excellent. So that's working. Got the log files attached. So basically, what we've just done is we've finished, kind of wrapped up this CodeRushed issue testing, which allows us, if we see an issue on the stream, to send a chat message out that will then trigger a compression of all the zip files, of all the log files, send out some text and an email to myself, to Rory, other members of the dev team, depending on what the issue is. Maybe it's a feature request, maybe we see something interesting or funny, and it's got a link right out there as well. So I'm feeling really good about the automation of this. This should make any issues that we see as we move forward easier and better. All right, next, let's work on something fun. I want to play with scaling. And I want to introduce scaling into the engine, the game engine that we've got. So the game engine is what is, for example, we're using to fly the drones around and things like that. Here, let's switch back over here. Let's get some music up here, kids. See if we can do that. No, the music's not working. It's oh wait, I think if I refresh this, we'll be okay. Let's try refresh on that. See if I'm always trying to figure out what's going on here. There it is. Here comes the music. All right. So with our game engine, for example, we can launch the CodeRushed logo up at the top here. Codebase Alpha is with us. Codebase Alpha, we have suppressed fanfares, but since your fanfare is so cool, let's play it for now because I totally want to. I'm ready. We're at a great transition point. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We got, let's get the music playing again right in here. I think I turned off the drone game on all of these fanfares here. So we can get the music coming back up. There we go. So, the boombox, the coins, the rocket, the drones, the explosions, all of that stuff is overlaid on top. I want to play with scaling, is what I want to do. So I want to see if we can do it, because it occurred to me yesterday during the show, it might be really, really easy to do. So down here in this class called part, we're in TypeScript, by the way, right now. Somewhere in here, let's go find rotate. Here we go. Here we're rotating. Oh, I dreamt about this morning. Okay, hold on. So let's do a couple things here. I dreamt about refactoring this. Let's refactor this. So we're going to say transforming. We're going to set that equal to this expression right here. And so now we're going to say, hey, if we're transforming, oh, but look at that. Need to restore context. This is actually always going to be true if we're transforming. So let's just take this. I'm going to do this. Rename it to that. Kill it. And kill that. Like that. All right? Then I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take this piece here and take the reverse of it, kill it here and here, and move it there. Is that going to be right? What is up with the... Nope, not there. It's got to happen before draw image. So if transforming, then we're going to pull it back. Then we're going to call restore at the end. So now we've simplified this a bit. Now here's the scaling. Right now we're just flipping. So we totally supported flipping. You can see that in, hold on a second. Let's, effects, right here. Let's make me the active player. Like that. Looks like, all right. And then let's test the, what do I have here? No. I want mark gush. We'll do that. So test the effect. I need to refresh the front overlay. So signal R connects. I think that's what we need to do. Hold on, let's go back. Come back over here. Okay. And let's try testing the effect now. There we go. So there's that. Let's get rid of the offset by 100. So it just comes out of me like that. And so what's happening is sometimes we are flipping and refreshing. We're flipping left or right. So we added code to flip this. It's basically the same graphic image. This is all using the game engine that we built right here. So this is for when a player takes damage. So that we've already got that, but we don't have any scale. And so what I want to do is I want to kind of create a scale. And I think for right now we're going to scale left and right together completely. And let's see what's going on. Are we passing in the scales? We are. So I'm going to put in one more parameter here, which is going to be of type, look at that. That test close works pretty well, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to come in here and we're going to say scale. And we're going to set that equal to 1 by default. Then I'm going to come down here in this space. And when we scale, I'm going to multiply both of these, which are either going to be a positive 1 or negative 1, by the scale. Okay, good so far. Next, I'm going to go see who's calling draw by index, and I'm going to pass in the scale. That doesn't exist yet. We're going to need to declare that. Okay, let's see where else draw by index is being called. What's this? Drone health lights. Draw by index. Oh yeah, we're going to need to set in there. So the rotation is 0. Really, just to get to the scale, I'm putting scale sooner. I want scale to be the 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth parameter in. Fifth parameter in. Yeah. It'll be the fifth parameter in. Okay, so let's do it again. Let's move this. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Scale. 5th parameter in. One, 2, 3, 4. Right after frame index. There it is. Draw index. So now, drone, you bet. I want to scale drones. See what else. What are we in here? Sparks? Why not? This is the headshots. No, I'm not going to do those. De-emphasis layer. No, not doing that either. Where am I here? Show the nameplate. No, not going to scale those. Here, you bet we're going to scale here. Okay, now we need to declare scale. Let's go do that. I think we're in sprite proxy, right? Or no, we're in part. No. Hold on. Spark, we're in the right spot. Hold on a second. This dot scale is in, so we need it in sprite proxy. Holy cow, Yenzine, a little late saying goodnight. Saw that just a little bit too late. Good night, buddy. 1:13 a.m. Thanks so much, Yenzine, for joining us. Really awesome. Glad you were here with us. Okay, so here's where I want to put my scale up here. Scale. Set that equal to 1, like that. All right, so there's sprite proxy with scale. Let's see where we are still needing a scale. Not there, not there, not there. Here, we're in part. So here in this draw function, we need to add scale to it. Right here. Like that. Where's draw being called from? We're in drone. I'm probably not going to scale the flames on it. Should I do that? On the rocket? Maybe I will. Could do with one of those drones for the garden. So this means I'm going to add a scale command. A scale for the rocket. So the rocket can, that's the CodeRushed rocket we're in right now. We're in that code. It's like a lot of scale options down here. Okay, so let's go through those draws. Draw. Scale. Scale. Yeah, you know, I thought it might be fun. Okay, there we go, and that's all of them. Okay, so now we need to scale for the rocket. Let's go do that. Scale is equal to 1. All right, let's go find the drone game. Let's do as our first test. Let's try doubling up the coin sizes. Here's where we add the coin right here. Okay, so now we should be able to say coin.scale equals 2. Gonna lose this killer music once I refresh to test this. Or could I test over here without losing the music? Let's try that. Drone overlay. How big are those coins going to be? Oh, we got to pause. Why is that failing? Image is undefined in here, is where this is. This is bizarre to me. Let's run. We're in a lot of trouble here. We keep getting into this point and we can't get out. That is not looking like it's scaling at all. Coin scale. Try that. Let's refresh over here. I'm going to get that other error. What is causing this? Let's look at our call stack. Coming from the rocket, see what this is. It says it's an image. It doesn't make sense that we're getting these errors that we didn't get these errors before. That's the problem? I don't see the problem yet. What did you see, well, that I'm not seeing? You just think that that's the problem. This, wait, hold on. What is this? This is just an image itself. It's not, it doesn't have an images array. Self part is equal to this. Should this change to that? Did this change between part 1 and 2? I think, or no, is it just because we're on the onload? On image loaded, oh, here is not a function of self. Self is a part. Hold on. Where is on image loaded? It's in part. It's in part, hold on. And it's part of self. So this should be a function and it should work. Yeah, it looks like it's right. Like part does have an on image loaded inside of it. On image loaded is undefined. It's clearly defined. Is it just not assigned to anything? Is that the problem? Because we haven't done this call yet. This is the constructor in sprites. Base animation is the part there. Is it possible that that this code is somehow being called between here and here, and we just haven't assigned it yet? I think I hovered over the wrong image field. This dot underscore images should be undefined. Self dot images should not be. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like this on image loaded, the function hasn't been assigned yet. I'm kind of feeling like maybe the constructor is doing something that's really weird. We didn't mess with the constructor at all of part. So the fact that we're getting in here is really unusual and strange to me. I'm going to just run past it is what I'm going to do for now. I'm going to think about this. Looks like scale of coin isn't greater than 2. Because out in part when we call draw, we're never hitting this point right here. All right, this is definitely, we're gonna have to figure this one out here. So it's like the image gets loaded before the on image loaded gets set. Load image is true. Yeah. So we come in and load the only one, and we haven't set that up. So I think the onload seems like onload is coming back before we exit that and before we set up this on image loaded function. So now what I'm thinking is we pass in that function to our constructor, or alternatively, how many times am I creating? Yeah, I got a lot of parts I'm creating all over the place. Yeah, it's undefined. And you're setting that from sprites, but the first image is being loaded from the constructor. Yeah, that's what I think is happening. And I think it could be that we may have had this problem for a while, and we never, we just essentially ran right through it. I think I'm getting these for like each of the parts of the rocket, each of the individual parts that we create. We're getting this. And I think what happens is they eventually, so if I come in here and I do a launch command, once it loads, there, those parts that we're not loading, they get there eventually. What's really surprising me is that setting the coins to, all right, so let me think about that problem. Why is it that the coins scale, setting it to 2, well, add coin is not the only place this is. It's got to be somewhere else happening somewhere else, because we've got coins. So let's go figure that out. Where else are we working with coins? But when we do the games, we're calling add coin. Where are the other coins? How are they being added? Doesn't make sense. Well, if we do a test with one of the games, we should see the coins come in. What do I have? I think there's a game called CG1. Coins do not look like they're scaled up at double. Oh, because wait, I did that here. What about here? Oh, okay. Well, we have no coins here. So the scaling code looks like it maybe worked or not. Oh, no, wait, I know why, because I didn't refresh it. Okay, what are we going to do about this? I think I got to pass it in. Because in the constructor, I think the problem is I'm basically calling load image is true on it at the end. And I need to have that other piece assigned before I do that. Or I could do this. Because it's not that it's happening sooner, it's that I just simply haven't assigned one to it, and I think we're good. Because I'm pretty sure we don't really care. I think it's really this is what we should be doing. Like that. And I think that's the fix. Alternatively, you can make it a property and call when it is set if the first image is already loaded. Oh, I see. Nice, I like that too. That's a really clever solution. I think this is going to actually work. I'm going to do that instead. Let's do a refresh out over here. Can I refresh it? Run. I can't because of this debugger. Got to run past all of them. And let's refresh now. Now I think we're going to be okay. All right, now if I come in and type in no, I think we're okay, Will. Let's just try the test CG. I think test CG has got a chance. Well, it drew some coins, but they're not scaled. Why is that? I think we've got a really bizarre, strange problem. Set a breakpoint there. There we go. Okay, coins is there. Does the callback code affect it in any way? Yeah, I saw your comment about the scale. Yeah, this coin scale is not dependent on the on-image loaded callback. That's important for the caching and for calculating the size of it. But however, that code that calculates it, we might want to add scale as an option in there in a bit. But what's really bizarre, there's our call to draw where we're passing in scale. Draw there. Let's go back out to coins. What's going on with coins here? Drone game. coins. Let's go ahead and hit run. So there's my call to draw here. Sprite draw. Okay. Then we pass the scale out right there for the coin. We should be in the debugger if we do something like this. If this dot scale is greater than 1, then we're going to say debugger. Let's refresh again. Now I got in the debugger. All right, let's see what's going on. Scale is 2. Oh, I know what it is. Here's my problem. I'm not flipping it. That's the issue right there. Yeah, it was feeling like it was kind of a simple issue. Let's try again. I'm not sure how those initial coins are added. Let's see if they... oh, we got to hit run over here. Let's try it again. One more time. Test CG1. Oh, I saw a big coin for a second. What? What? I saw a big coin for a second, then everything went away and no errors. Oh. I think that's going to fix it. I think that's got a pretty good shot at fixing it. There we go. Nice. Cool. All right. So it's still a mystery to me how those initial coins are being added. It's like as if they're being referenced from outside of this file when we first start. I don't understand why that's not affecting the initial ones that we reload on. In other words, when I refresh over here, why are these coins small? How are those coins getting added? I'm pretty sure it's from it's from one of the game layouts. Or no, wait, it's another one. It's in main, I think. Let's see, is it here in this main? No. It's one of these. Ah, there it is. It's in the constructor. So we call sprites layout. Here it is, right here. That's a coin. What is this copy paste galore? Asks WorldWake. And hello. Welcome. Welcome. We are in the middle of trying to figure out scaling on this. I just want to do a real quick test here. Scale is equal to, let's make it 1.5 like that. Let's just make bigger coins on the refresh. Let's come over here, refresh. Bigger coins. There they are. Cool. All right. Excellent. Sprite sub was empty row after empty row with /n is strings. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and we'll comment out this line of code as well. Let me do run one test CG1. And what do we look like? Okay, we're still got, let's do a refresh of that. So now we should get coins back the regular size. And one more time, test CG1. Oh, wait, it wasn't done loading. There we go. Okay, that one looks like that comment. Did I not save it? I saved it. Oh, wait, it's not here. That's in, where is it? There it is, right there. I just want to restore that. And I want to, when I create a drone, let's do... Set a breakpoint here. Let's create a new drone. At the breakpoint, there we go. I'm at the breakpoint. What's my user ID? Let's just check that. If a display name equals CodeRushed, like that, or display name is equal to Will Bennett, then we're going to say this dot scale equals 1.5, and then otherwise we're going to continue running and see if we can create that. We're going to refresh over here. Wait for the load to finish. Doesn't seem like it's scaling me. What? We don't have a scale on drone? Oh, okay. Well, let's fix that. I'm in the wrong place. That's a create at. Yeah, there's no this there. Okay, hold on. Here's where I think I wanted. I wanted on my drone. Let's do this. One more time. Let's refresh. Yeah. This can be wrong that I'm going to make Rory's really small. So you can be like, what's going on? Why do I have this toy drone? Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Drone. Oh, nice. Okay. So we got some calculating to do to make all that work. You get the name in the right position and the other stuff in the right position. Let's switch our views over to this one here so we can kind of just look at the code in the background over here. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. So our calculation is slightly off. Make Surly's always go into the SWAT zone, says Will Bennett. All right, that's other code, but the scaling is looking like it's working pretty well. We just need to do some math here on the drone. So if that's the case, let me look at back at this. Yeah, those are scaled correctly as well, it looks like. Now we just need to figure out the positions of those. I think there's a draw command in here. Draw adornments. Spark sprites. Draw health lights. Health lights are happening at this X and this Y. Oh, you know what I think we need to do? Hold on, let's see where our draw command is. That's in gateway. Wait, I don't want to be in draw dormant. Sorry. Here. I think it looks like this. Sprite times sprite.scale. I think this is the piece. And I think this goes here as well. that might be the only fix we need. Let's see if that works. I'd like the idea of having a separate gravity for Surly's, because he's not with us now, right? We could do this and talk about him since he's not here. Let's see what happens now if the drone comes out. No. Not at all. No change. Okay, so let's undo that code. So we've undone that code. Let's go into draw again. Changes coins to be like 999, so he's amazed when he gets back. Then make him lose 100 coins every time he collects one. I like that too. Put Saturn gravity on his drone. Yeah, or the. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll play tricks on Surly in a future episode. I think when he's not here, we'll just change everything, and we'll do that. All right, let's see if I can focus on this and get this fixed here. My idea here, the X, the offset X. What's my offset X? No, that's not it. The X and Y are calculated on the way in. Jetsam says make the drone move opposite to the commands. Down is up. Oh, that's easy. I like that. Draw by index. Yeah. We're back here to draw by index, right? Let's go look at the drone. Where's the drawing done in here? Draw adornments. I think we just used our ancestors draw. Is that what's happening? Let's see if we can find equations using width in here. See what happens with that. Surly gets no love. What did he ever do to deserve this? General surliness. I like that suggestion, Jetsam. Make the drone move opposite to the commands. Be like, what? All right. Let's see. Let's try a drone now. Well, The label is in the right split place. The other one's like way off. Like it's it has to do almost to do with the X position of this thing. Is it going to go across all the way? Whoops. This looks like it's we're multiplying that position by the scale. Did I take that code out? I thought I did. Draw adornments. Is there a scale reference in here? Drop by index doesn't. What's it do with the scale in here? The scale is just. It's just here. Okay. Hugo's suggesting random angles. Or what if we created, I like this, what if we created a swirling vortex and that sucked only Surly in. So it just kind of appeared if he was, got too many coins. Once he collected like 100 coins, it would just suck him in and take him out. That might be a way to do it. What is going on with that? That should be up here. Let's continue to fly here. Let's go left. Up. Yeah, so when that's a 2 right there, when my coins, is my coins off or not? No, my coins looks like it's okay. Left 0.5. Down. Can I collect coins? Yeah, I can. The coins are generally in the right spot. Yeah, the X and Y of that adornment is coming in at the wrong place. I guess I could come in. Let's go find draw adornment. I really do this. It's the weirdest feeling thing in the world. But if that is that going to fix this? Fred pops up and zaps him with a lightning bolt. I like that too. Put those alternate behaviors on an off-screen control so they can be enabled, disabled on demand. Perfect, Hugo. That's a really good idea. So there's no sense to it. I do like the Fred appearing with the lightning bolt. Okay, let's try drone. Yeah, the divide by scale thing was crazy. All right. We're going to lose music here for a second as we refresh and reload the drone game now. Let's try it on the main stream. See how that works. So we're going to say drone. Oh, it's not done loading yet. Also interested to know if when I blow up, if my explosion is twice as big. I'm not sure if it is or not. I think it's probably not. There's me there. It looks like the explosion might have been off. I'm not sure. Let me mute the other one so we don't hear that one. So, but it does look like it's working on the, yeah, look at that. The collection seems like it's right. Let's see here. Right for... let's do a drone command again. See, where's my explosion? Is it in the center of me? Oh yeah, look. So there, the holding. We got to fix the holding position. Let's look at the exploding position. The moon will show up if we launch that guy. So let's see what happens. Is my explosion in my center? It's not. The explosion's not in the center. Also, the explosion is not scaled as well. I want it to scale. So let's go figure that out. Is it? I think it's called Sparks. Something like that. Spark. Parent Spark Sprites. Drone.width. So the drone width and height look like they're not being calculated correctly. Oh, because they're static read-onlys. But don't I have something in here that actually gets the bitmap width and height? Looks like I do not. All right, well, let's just do this. Let's look through these, and then we're going to say times this dot scale, like that. Do the same thing here. Do the same thing down here for drone width and height. This should get our positioning right. And get half width. I would say we do this too here. Center X, I'm worried about all kinds of things I'm thinking. Get future point, well, okay. That actually makes sense too. What's going on here? Collect coins. That's going to collect on the right. That's going to fix, because I did see it looked like it didn't collect it where I wanted it to collect it. And guess what? Guess who's thinking they should have made this into a property? But it's a static read-only right now, so I'm like a little bit bound by this. We can fix this with some refactoring later. How many more of these do we have? That was the last one right there. Okay. Okay. See what happens with that. Let's refresh the stream. Okay, is that working now? It feels like it's better than before. No, it doesn't actually. It's not quite at the right spot. Let's go look at drone and I do like the scaling. I like the scaling, and I like it from the standpoint of like, you know, number of episodes watched or something along those lines, right? So if you're a newbie, you might get, you know, less or something like that. You might get a smaller drone and flying around. Let's see if we can figure out the explosion here. Add drone explosion. Oh. Drone X. Yeah, this is going to use a times this dot scale. Right here. Let's also see if we can, if I can catch while we're out here. Good. Meters held in the correct position. So that part is good. Add drone explosion. Let's do a refresh over here and see if my drone explosion is showing up in the right spot. Not seeing the explosions yet because they are, I think I'm not seeing them because they haven't loaded. But now maybe I'm not seeing them at all. Really? Because of that change in code right there? Weird. X and Y are in a place, in a good location. Let's refresh over here. Look at it on this one. Let's do that. Going to switch the view. Drone. Drone. Yeah, we're not seeing the explosions anymore. I wonder if it's because they're way, way off. If I move it down over here, am I going to see anything? No, I don't get how that changed this at all. Let's refresh. Wow. Yeah, I don't get this at all. I don't understand what is making... I just have to see it again to believe it. Mark, wouldn't it be easier to compute the values on the sprites when changing them, or the scaling rather than the math everywhere to take scaling into consideration? Yeah, I think you're right. It would. Or have a scaled property name. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. That's what we should have done back there when I was going through it. It was one of these things where I was like, well, let's just kind of make the mods and see if it works. And but you're right. Totally should have done it. Would have been better. I'm not sure if easier is the right word, but it definitely would have been the righter way to do it. Yeah, I don't get that. What's scale? Assuming scale is like 1 anyway, or something, or it's 2 here, I suppose. What scale? Undefined. Hold on. Got it. Because add drone explosion is called later. No, maybe not there. Hold on. Let's go look at this code a little closer. Let's take this out. Run it. Let's go follow this and see what's calling it, and then we'll maybe move a little bit closer. So destroy is here. Destroy gets its destroy function there. Calling sprites.destroy, passing it in. There's the destroy function right there. All right, this dot sprite width. That's of the sprites. So right here, we need to say times this sprite dot scale. Yeah, it's the opposite of what's, yeah, but this makes sense because the sprite doesn't know what its width and height are, theoretically. The drone is kind of an exception because it had those hard-coded values, but that would be a refactoring for the drone that we would need to do. But here we need this. So there's that piece. Let's see where else sprite width is used here. Yeah. Wait, do I have a sprite in here? Lines. Oop, there's. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, so we can't really get the scale in there on that. Unless we preset it. I guess I'm okay with that. So we're not really going to be modifying the coin's size, I think. Yeah, there's no need for a scale. What's this? Outline rect? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I guess we could have an overall scaling as well for the whole collection of sprites. Yeah, don't need it there. The question is, do we need it here? I guess we don't because we have the scaling information inside. So we don't need it there. All right, let's see if that works. Let's refresh. Better as it's easier to manage, debug, identify odd behaviors. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, it's definitely the approach taken today in this last few minutes is kind of a brute force technique and not an elegant technique. I'm kind of with you on that. However, I'm not entirely compelled to go back in and change it because we've got different areas where we need it and somewhere we don't. And that inconsistency, I kind of want to wrap my head around understanding that inconsistency before I go in and attack solving that. Let's see what happens now. In the code, is it setting at this X variable in the explosions function? Maybe you can get it to scale that way. Oh, good suggestion. Yeah, we haven't tried scaling yet on the explosions. So let's see what happens now. Let's take our other one that we're flying around and mute. Oh no, that is the one that's still nothing? Oh, because I didn't change the code, I bet, there. Is that right? I still have that code in, no? We should be good. I failed to refresh? What's going on? Whoops, not done loading yet. The sounds of those explosions you're hearing, there we go, there's the load. Okay, now. Oh, there we go. Is that right? Is it working right in the middle? It is. Okay, cool. All right, next let's look at, here's the push on it right here. Right here. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll say explosion. Shoot, I don't have a this though. We need to figure that out right there. Oh, I'm calling destroy function with the scale set. I think I need to pass in the scaling as well. Yeah, can I do that? I think I gotta, well, I'm passing in the sprite at the very beginning, actually. I just realized. It's the first one at the beginning of it. Let's jump back out. I didn't see that. It's drone.scale. Like that. Okay. Let's do a refresh. Bigger. Oh, but it's off. It's still loading. We've got all those different explosions out there that it's loading them up on demand. So it's off. Nice though. Like it. Right here. I think that's it. Uh-oh. Am I going to have two different sets of music playing? I think I am. All right, so here we go. Drone. There we go, it's working. Just loading up the sprites. Yeah, I think that's good. Kind of fun. All right, let's see if we can get drone size related to like number of episodes. Isn't that awesome? Looks great. Let's also, actually, before we do that, let's get the name bigger as well. Let's scale the name up as well on this. All right, let's get the, where's the name text? That's in the adornments, I think. Health lights. Where are we drawing the name? Draw username right there. Is that all we have to do? Would that fix it? Let's see if it does. Name's way too low. This is the Y top here. Why am I doing this plus this dot height times scale? This dot height might already be. Let's try that. That's better. Let's collect coins and see where how that's doing. Uh-oh. I'm having a problem with getting to the top and collecting coins. Can I collect coins to the right? No. I've lost coin collection all the way down, all the way across the prop. You can't collect them down the bottom either, is that right? It looks like Will's not able to collect coins either. Not at all. What's happening with coin collection? All right, let's go figure out coin collection here, because we did make some changes to that. Collection detection is not taking scale into consideration. I think we've got a bigger problem there. That's what I think. Collect coins in rect. Wait, that's not the one we want. Coins.collect. All right. Huh. Nothing in drone that's doing collection of coins. Let's go look at what's going on here. Here we go. Here are the drones. Collect coins and drone. Drone X plus margin. How far right can you collect? We just did a test. We weren't able to do anything, and I think it's related to these right here. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Have we lost? Hold on. I think I know what it is. Yeah, for some reason, why do I have scale, referencing scale here? Yeah, it's not telling me that it's wrong here. It should be drone.scale. I think it just came in with this dot scale and got either undefined or, all right, let's see how that works. Nice. Got the coin. Will's collecting coins. Good. And I got coins there. All right, that's all good. Cool. Cool. Let's go figure out drone size based on number of shows watched here. Let's do this. Let's turn off the music here, and we'll come back out to the main view, and we'll reload over the stream as well. And let's go figure out see if we can figure out scale from when we create with a create at. I'm pretty sure we have the user ID. We don't have the number of episodes watched. So we've got a couple things going on. One, we have a create ad used for warping in the sprite. We call create at there. For release, we also have release drone up here. And the rocket, that's the rocket itself. User ID, display name, okay, here, release drone. Here. User ID, display name. It's coming into execute command. Let's do send in shows watch there, I think. See what we got here. Is that all looking accurately tracked? Let's look at that. These are coins. I think it's, let's see. Oh, here we go. Shows watched. You go down through here. Yeah, I think it is. That's my sense. So execute command, for this to work, we need to pass in one more variable over here. Like that. Execute command. All right, next we need to find that. Shorten the param list too. You really want to do that? You want to do that? Maybe create a user info class? Fine. Yes. Fine. I'm doing it the right way. I'm going to do it. Give me a sec. Execute command here. Okay. There's that. Create the class right here. Whoops. All right. There's our user info class right there. Mark said something to that effect yesterday. Yeah, if Will were here, he'd create a class instead of adding another parameter. Yeah, that's probably exactly true. I did say that. Okay, so we're going to do that. There's our user info right there. Let's go declare those. Or jump into them and change them. There's our user info. Test. Yeah, it's a massive refactoring. That's right. We'll do that. We'll fix it. Okay, there's that one. Okay. Working our way through it. Okay. Future Mark will thank me for this. Awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's highly likely. It's better change. And it needs to happen, so. And plus, I've been, with enough of these, I've been like, yeah, let's not fix that now. It's like I should go through the effort to do it. Okay, so let's go back, see where we were. Let's jump in here. That one looks fixed. Jump in here. There's our drone game. Do we really fix them all? I might always jump into this one. I'm jumping out to this execute command. Let me tab to Linux reference and so go through those. Okay, here we go. Jonathan Delfraise is now following. Thank you for that follow, Jonathan. I wonder if all this hard coding is...
He's awesome.
Future Mark, well, thank you. He's awesome. I want to fix the painting mechanism so it's more varied in terms of paint splats. Time for me to cut on out of here. Have a great rest of your day, Will, and everyone else. Thanks, Hugo, so much. Super appreciate you you joining us today. Okay, cool. Here we go. Test. This one's not. Needs some replacement. Ah. Okay. I feel like we're getting close, almost done. Can't think we've gone through the whole thing. Yep. And then back here. Okay, good. Excellent. All right, so there's our user info. Next, we need to go declare this out in C# land. We need to do that. Well, near wherever execute command is, and I did a search for it earlier. It's down here. All right. So I think we're going to need to stop everything. I'm going to stop everything. Let's see, background worker. Bot core is where I need to put this. Okay, there's info, user info. Whoops, user info, not uses info. User info, like that. Bring it out into its own class. Move type to file. I think I want a static method in here from chat message. Can I do that? Do I have a chat message? Class down locally down here. I think it's that. How do we figure out number of shows watched? Oh, that's elsewhere, I think. You can set during creation. Shows watched is something we're tracking separately. It's not in the chat message. So I'm going to pass it in here like that. Color hex, is that the string? That's what I think I want. And oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I can do it, but I don't think I want to do it. I wanted to just be like this. I wanted to just be like user info dot from chat message like this. And then pass in shows watched as well. What did I get here? I got the username, user info dot username equals chat message dot username. Got the display name already and the color hex we got already. All right, bot core. Do I need to compile bot core before we see that? Build succeeded. What's going on here? User info. It's public. We're just not using bot core. Whoa, totally using bot core. Forgot need to return the newly created user info. Oh, thanks. Okay. Build. Build succeeded. Do we see it now? I love the TypeScript errors. That's awesome. Makes this kind of thing possible. Okay, those are all taken care of. Why are you not there in bot core? Oh, I know why. Because I've got a bot core net over here. And there's two different bot cores here. This is something I had to do to take care of the other. I think I've got this in the wrong place. Let's see what happens if we move it over here. Can bot core net build? Shows watched. We've got to pass this in. Okay, cool. Let's figure that out. Do I have it here in background order? Actually, for this command, I don't need it, so I'm just going to pass in 0 for here. I think we might be in a state where... Ooh, it's a whisper message, though. Does whisper message descend? It's a Twitch lib message. That's what I bet these two have in common. Yep. Which means from chat message needs to be this. Let's see if we build that. It succeeded. And we're going to need the same change in this class too, right? So this one, that one. Am I linking from one to the other? I thought I copied it over, not linking. But when I double click this and double click that, they open up apparently the same file, Twitch lib message. So should have been linked, but not sure if that did it automatically on the scenes or not. So, okay, so from chat message there. Args. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. See how quickly we can get through this. Okay. Shows watched. Let's throw it at the end, actually. Oh yeah, we shut down and killed everything. So background worker does not have access to shows watched. Doesn't have access to that, I'm pretty sure. To do add shows watched. like this. Pretty sure the drone commands are not here either. I think the drone commands are all, oh, they are. Is viewers here? I think viewers is in the other location, yeah. Viewers, so now we have a problem. The data we need isn't here. Wait, I do have all viewers here? All right, let's see what we got here. Number of shows watched. That's the thing I'm trying to find here, is that. Create new viewer. On message received. Get viewer, create new viewer. So I think we're looking at get viewer. Get user level. Well, we could do this. Get user level. That can work too. All right, Mr. Announcer Bot uses all viewers.get user level. But I don't think the other one does. So that's kind of what we need to do. Like that. We need some code like that over in background worker. We need something like that, the chat message. The problem is all viewers isn't here in background worker. All viewers is over in Mr. Announcer Bot. We'd have to go put it, they're in two different modules. Will says you should just be able to update the instance wherever you were setting it before. The instance is immutable. Just don't provide shows watched on creation. Well, I can do that. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to find that shows watched. I suppose step one is get the whole thing to compile. Step two is load up the viewers in the same way that I'm doing in Mr. Announcer Bot. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's go do that. This part over here, we'll have a to-do with this. We'll pass in 0 for now, so we're not going to be able to get that data right now. We're just going to work on getting this thing to compile. So there's execute command right there with user info from chat message. See where else we're calling it. That. Okay, there. We've done those. Let's see where else we got execute command. Whoops. Kind of a massive refactoring here to do at the end, but let's see what we got there. Those are good. Those are good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Probably make shows watch default to 0 in the parameters. Yeah, I didn't want to do that because I want to make sure, I want to get the errors to get my eyes on all of these pieces. So I considered doing that, but I thought if I did that, then I would get things to compile, then I wouldn't have my eyes on them. So I kind of want to look at every single one. That's good. User info, user info. Did we really get all the C# stuff? That, according to the search, it looks like we got them all. Yeah, it looks like we got them all. Let's see what we do for a rebuild on the whole thing. Will said, good point. I don't know. Sometimes I get a point that's fair. All right, we are building right there is the progress bar of the build. It's just, let's hide the, whoops. Hide the Dragonfront overlay there. You can see the build is working its way over there. What's happening now? Look at that, got a stream error there. It looks like, is that from the Dragonfront overlay? It is, interesting. Okay, looks like that succeeded. Let's try a run. Dare we do that? And let's see what we got. So let's see if we can create a drone. Hold on to your butts, says Jonathan Del Frazee. Awesome. Let's try that. We're going to say drone. Let's see if a drone appears. Oh, look at that. The drone actually appeared. That's execute command. I think we just tested it. We got the color, got the user ID. I guess let's see if it's got my coins. If I go up there, I have about 100 or 600 or something like that. Did not get my coins. Why didn't it get my coins across? Did everybody lose their coins? Also, why did I just blow up when Jetsam came up? I didn't quite see that. Let me try that again. What happens if I do a drone? Is Jetsam going to blow up? Uh-oh. So user, what's going on? The display name, but not the user ID. Something's wrong here with regards to what we're sending across. Yeah, coins are coming in here. We're loading up coins there. Let's see what's going on. So from chat message, I think the user info is not great, is kind of what I think is happening. User info. Legendary move.
Is in the house.
In the house. Yeah, so that's what we got right there. Legendary moves out, and so whoever we've got one drone coming out. The user info feels like the execute command has got some bad data going to it. I'm just trying to figure out why that's the case. We're grabbing the display name, shows watch is being set, the username, the coins. The coins is made a request. We ask when we start what the coins are. I think we're going to need to go into drone game. Where's our drone command? And set a breakpoint here and take a look at what we've got. Okay, the user ID is feeling like it's wrong. Let's try it. Let's try a drone. Stepped away and missed the reset. No worries, buddy. Drone. It's really my bad on that. User info. Display name is CodeRushed. User ID is null. Okay, that could explain some of the problems. So why is user ID null on the way in there? That's over in the background worker. Sorry, it's execute command is what I want to look for. Yeah, so chat message doesn't give user ID? Or I'm not setting it. That could be an important piece of data. All right, so let's try again. Drone. Okay. That's a good bug to fix. Run it. Okay, so now I can't kill the other one, but now I can kill me. So that's feels like that's working. All right, so now let's try a refresh on the drone game here. Refresh current cache. There it is. Watching you shoot aliens never gets old, man. All right, so let's refresh a couple other things since we just connected here. Refresh that, scroll overlay, properties, refresh that. Drone game, yeah, I think we got the main ones right there. Okay, so now let's try it in the mainstream. There comes Will Bennett. Let's send a drone out as well. And say drone again. There we go. That looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Now we just got to figure out this show's watched. So the refactoring worked. I'm future Mark now, and I'm thanking old Mark for going through that and making that code better. Because now if we want to make any changes to user info, we just got to do it in two places, not a whole bunch. So one here, and the other is on the TypeScript side on the other side of this. So we have all of these same properties. Okay. Let's see. Next, what do I want to do? Let's figure out shows watched. Let's see if we can do that or not. I'm doing another long show. I'm wondering if we're going to, if I should chill this out here in a second. Oh, not here. Background worker. I wanted to find to do.
No!
Oh, what's happened? Will Bennett says, no, don't stop the show. Or does Will Bennett say, no, don't get in trouble? We'll see what happens. Here's the thing. All viewers. So let's look at what we're doing with all viewers over here and how we're making this work. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I remember what I did now. Botcore and botcore.net, because I had a .NET Core app and a regular one, as I recall, I had to create two different project files. These project files are both in the same folder. That's why when I copied one over from here to here, it simply just added the reference to it. So these are both using the same exact files in the same folder, but they're compiling out to essentially two different frameworks so that the other two pieces can use them. That's my understanding in terms of what's happening there. That's my refresh on that. So let's see what's going on with all viewers. All viewers, we call save and load. I think I'm just going to call load from it. I'm going to create an instance of it. I'm not going to ever call update. Is that going to work or no? Update live viewers. Oh, yeah, this is tricky to solve. I almost think it should be, all viewers should be, yeah, I need to think about this. I don't have a good answer to this yet because I don't really want to necessarily duplicate the same code that manages the list of all viewers. I don't think I want to do that. It would be actually easier to take the drone commands and move them over to Mr. Announcer Bot, rather than having them only on the background worker, which is in the other, which is over in the overlay manager, this piece right here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about, moving them to Mr. Announcer Bot, because it maintains the list of all the viewers. Thinking about it, not entirely sure how to share that data across, because I've got 2 different DLLs from which the data needs to be managed. And I don't really want to, I don't like the idea of duplicating that code. All right, so let's end the show with that. We did not get into the blood gushing, but we did some other things, and we did do scaling, as evidenced by Will Bennett flying around there in the 1.5 times drone scale piece right there. The other thing that's kind of cool about the scaling is that I can actually create larger images. I had created smaller drones because I wanted to create different color ones. This is before we had color shifting, but now I could create larger, more detailed drone images, so they still look very cool when they're scaled up, and then when they're scaled down, they look fine too. So that's something to think about. But fairly cool there. Let's find some folks to raid you over to. Let's see who we're following, who's out there right now. Michael Jolly's out there, the guy who's super cool. Let's go send you over to Michael Jolly. We'll do a raid over there. We'll say thanks to everybody for helping out and helping out in the stream. Thanks, Will Bennett. I appreciate it. Jonathan Delfraise. How do I pronounce that name? I would like to know that, Jonathan. Jonathan, thanks for your help. Legendary Moo as well. Jetsam, glad to see you showing up. Folks, I'm so happy you guys helped out with the stream today. We made it through. We got some code written. Let's get that raid started over to Michael Jolly. Thanks so much, everyone. And we will see you next Tuesday.